Katie, evening. I transferred Hazel's school fees to your account just now. Could you make sure you've received it, please?
Oh, hi, Gus. You're a day early, no?
Yeah, I've got a busy day tomorrow, so I've decided to send it to you ahead of time.
Business trip?
Yeah, to Colorado.
Okay. See, it's a good thing that I've got full custody of Hazel, isn't it? If you had taken her, or if we had that 50-50 custody, then I'd be taking her in most of the time anyway.
No, that's not fair. We have talked about this before. If I had full custody of her, I'd hire someone to take care of her while I was away. Or I'd arrange my work so I wouldn't be gone as often.
Well, I guess we'll never know now.
To be honest, this is so unreasonable. I still don't agree with all of these arrangements. You're the one who had an affair and I'm getting punishment by having Hazel taken away from me? How does that even make sense? How is it that you get to have her all to yourself? No, I'll tell you what. I got a crappy lawyer. That's what it was.
You sure did. But regardless of that, the outcome would have been the same either way. The judge would have deemed you unworthy of taking care of a teenage daughter.
Well, had it been a male judge, things could have been different.
Oh, no, I doubt that. What about your work? Like you said yourself, you've got another business trip tomorrow. How many times have you gone this month? And what if you hire a babysitter and say she's not around? You can't ask anyone else but me anyway.
I'll ask someone else.
Both of your parents aren't here anymore. Your sister and her family lives far away from where you are. Where was it? Somewhere in Canada, right?
Yeah, Banff.
See, even if you had won the custody battle, you couldn't handle it. This is a fair deal and a decent arrangement, Gus.
Me sending you $3,000 per month for Hazel is a fair deal, is it?
Sure it is.
And in exchange for what? I only get to see her once a month, and that's if I'm lucky. That is not what I call fair.
Well, that's the arrangement now, so deal with it. I'm fine with it, and so is Hazel. It's not like we take it for granted, you know. We do appreciate the money.
You have a funny way of showing it, Katie.
Well, I'm telling you now that we do, okay?
As long as she's happy and she's getting her needs met.
She sure is. She's lucky to have a father like you.
By the way, are you allowing Hazel to have her own phone yet?
A phone? No. Why? Oh my god, have you been in touch with her?
No, I only see her once a month, I just told you. But she's 15. Shouldn't she have one like all the other kids her age? My colleague's daughter is about the same age as her, and she seems to make good use of it. He can get in touch with her whenever he wants. And he can know exactly where his daughter is to make sure that she's safe and all.
I don't think she's that interested. She hasn't said anything to me, at least. She's book smart. She doesn't believe in technology. As long as she has her books, she's one happy girl.
You're sure about that?
Of course. I think I'd know her better than you would.
Well, just think about it. Think about getting her one. I'll pay for it. I just think it's best for her safety. We can apply parental control on it so that she can avoid unwanted risks and that.
Listen, okay, I have to go to work now.
It's almost 7 p.m.
Yeah, it's called a night shift.
Oh, okay, at the diner?
Yeah.
Okay, well, just give it some thought, will you?
Sure, will do, but I'm telling you it's not gonna happen.
Okay, send my love to Hazel, please.
Okay, bye now.
Hey, Dad. Sorry it's late to text, but are you awake? It's me, Hazel.
Hazel? Did you finally get a new phone?
Yeah, I got one ages ago.
Ah, you did? I had no idea. Your mom never gave me your number.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, but Mom wasn't happy about it. Maybe that was why.
Oh, really? Why not?
I mean, she only got it for me because I got my best friend to help me out.
What does that mean?
Well, I got her to bug her mom to persuade my mom to get one for me. All my friends have one, so it was annoying to just not be able to get in touch with me when they wanted to invite me to things, right? So if my mom was talked into it, I thought she might be more inclined to get one for me. And it worked. But she was mad about it for a few days. She gave me the silent treatment and everything.
Sorry to hear that, kiddo, but look on the bright side. Now you have a phone.
Yeah, exactly. And I got your number off of Mom's phone. I hope that was okay.
Of course it is. You are welcome to call me or text me anytime, kiddo. And I'm glad that you have a number so that I can reach out to you too. The last time that I spoke to your mother, she told me that you weren't interested in getting a phone. That you don't believe in technology or something.
That's a total lie, Dad.
Well, I knew there was something funny about that. A teenage kid who doesn't want a phone? Are you kidding me?
I think she told you that because she didn't want me to get in touch with you, you know.
Do you think so?
Oh, definitely, Dad. She hates it when I talk about you, so imagine what she'd do to me if she found out we were calling and texting each other.
I guess, but why shouldn't I be able to talk to my own daughter?
Right?
Oh boy, and I'm sorry that you're in the middle of all of this, kiddo. You don't deserve this.
Well, I'd rather have my parents be divorced than have parents who argue all the time around me. Look on the bright side, right?
That's my girl.
By the way, speaking of that, I have a question about child custody rules. Is it true that kids older than 14 are allowed to choose which parent to live with?
Wow, I didn't expect that kind of question from you, kiddo. But yes, you're right.
Yes!
The age depends on each state, but where you live in New Mexico, it's 14. But why do you ask?
Dad, I want to live with you. Can I?
What?
I just can't live with Mom anymore. I just can't, Dad.
Hold on.
I mean it. If you can give me a corner somewhere in your room or living room or wherever, I'll sleep there. I swear I'll sleep in your toilet if I have to.
Don't be silly. I'm not gonna let my daughter sleep in the toilet. But hold on, Hazel. What's up? Why all of a sudden?
I'll pay rent, Dad. I'll cook and do the laundry and everything. Just please.
Okay, whoa. Hazel, just calm down.
I'll do anything. I'll deal with all the paperwork to transfer schools in Texas and stuff.
Whoa, hold on there. You know that I'll be moving to Texas soon?
Yeah, I do. I've done all the research and everything. I'm so ready to do this, Dad. All you need to do is give me permission, please.
Hazel, you've got to explain to me why you're telling me all of this all of a sudden. What happened at home? Does your mom know about this?
Dad, you don't understand.
Try me, Hazel. You have got to explain it to me first.
Mom has a new boyfriend. I'm sorry, but she does.
Okay, well, no worries there. I knew this would happen sooner or later. So, it's no surprise to me, kiddo.
Okay, well, I hate him. I hate him for making Mom say things to me that she doesn't mean. And she's turned into this horrible person. I feel like I just don't know her anymore. She always tells me to leave the house whenever he's around. She literally thinks I don't exist when he's there. It's always Johnny this and Johnny that. I'm her daughter, Dad.
Whoa. I know, sweetie. I know.
Dad, I even work part-time now, and I've increased my shifts just so that I can have somewhere to go to when she kicks me out of the house. I can earn more cash, which is great, but sometimes I just want to stay in my room and chill. And, maybe, do homework or something?
Oh my god. Honey, I had no idea this was going on. I can't believe she's making you go through this.
And guess what, Dad? Since, a few weeks ago, he started staying over at our house more. Maybe 3 times now, and it's not even been 2 weeks. This is just going to get worse for me. Do you get why I want to leave now, Dad?
So what happens then? Don't tell me they kick you out at night too.
They do, Dad, they do. I stay over at Mrs. Anderson's house, and she's a nice neighbor, and she lives across the street from us.
What? You're staying the night over at a stranger's house?
No, she's real nice, Dad.
I don't care. You don't know her well enough to stay the night at her place.
Well, I kind of feel bad about it, too. So I decided to ask my best friend Linda to let me stay over at hers next time.
There shouldn't be a next time though, Hazel. Oh my god, I need to speak to your mother. What does she think she is doing? This is gonna traumatize her.
Also, I told her to at least tell me when he's going to come around to stay the night. At least that way I can ask Linda in advance. You know, otherwise it'll be rude for her and her family, right? I can't just intrude and show up randomly unannounced.
Yes, but honey, you shouldn't even have to do that to begin with. You shouldn't even be thinking about that kind of stuff. That's your house. Your rules, right?
Well, it's Mom's house, technically. I just live in it.
Oh my god, Hazel, what has she done to you? You sound like you've been brainwashed. Listen, I am not gonna let this happen anymore. I'm gonna talk to her about this, okay?
Dad, I need to tell you something else.
Oh no, what is it?
Don't get mad. I'm just trying to explain this to you. That's what you said you wanted me to do, right?
Yeah, right, sure. I'm not mad at you, Hazel. I'm just mad at the situation you're in. So, what is it?
Well, you know how I told you I work part-time? I have 3 different jobs, right?
3? What do you need 3 jobs for?
Well, I need to eat, Dad.
Eat? Are you kidding me?
I need to pay for school, too.
What? Hazel?
I've lost like almost 12 pounds in the last few months, and that's me not on a diet, Dad. I'm seriously short in cash, and I need proper meals, you know, like what Mom used to cook for us before she met that idiot new boyfriend.
Hazel, I gave your mother money. I send her $30,000 every single damn month. Where's that money then?
You do? Mom told me you didn't send us money at all. That you're always behind on custody fees. Your company is about to go bankrupt or something.
What? That is bogus. We're not going bankrupt. She is lying, Hazel. That cow, it's all a god-darn lie. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that about your mother.
It's okay, Dad. She really is a cow. I can't believe you've been sending us that much money and she's been lying about it to me.
She's just a money-sucking cow. Oh, sorry, honey.
No, seriously, it's fine, Dad. I want out, though. You see why I'm begging you to take me instead?
Yeah, I understand, kiddo. Listen, I have the day off tomorrow, okay?
Dad, it's Saturday tomorrow.
Alright, whoops. Okay, so let's meet and we can talk about what we'll do then. We'll figure something out together.
Sure, Dad. Thank you.
Meet me at the Starbucks. You know the one that we always used to go to. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Sure.
And make sure your mom doesn't find out, okay? Would 12 p.m. work for you?
Yep.
Okay then, see you there, kiddo.
All right, Dad. Love you so much.
Love you too, kiddo.
Hey, Dad. Thanks for yesterday. I appreciate it. Hope you know that.
Hey, kiddo. You're welcome to stay over at mine any day, anytime. Alright? I mean it.
Sure. Thanks, Dad.
So, have you decided what you're gonna do for tonight?
Yeah, Linda's mom said it was okay to have me go there tonight.
Oh, great. Good thing I spoke to her and her husband on the phone then.
Yeah, I think that definitely helped. I didn't know they were concerned about me as well. I didn't know that Linda spoke to them about me.
Well, I'm sure she was just being a good friend.
Yeah, she's definitely my best friend.
Nice. You should always keep a good friend like that by your side. And never forget to be a good friend to her as well.
I am, Dad, and I will make sure I do.
Okay, so remember everything that we talked about yesterday, right? Everything will start rolling during your summer break, okay?
Yep, I remember everything, Dad. I know you're super busy, Dad, so thanks for this.
Ah, no need to be so polite, kiddo. You know I'll do anything for you. You come first, then work, okay?
Okay.
Let me know if you need anything else, okay? I'll come and fly over there. Watch me.
Okay, Dad, thanks.
Love you, kiddo.
Love you too.
Go on, tuck yourself into bed then.
I'm 15, Dad. I don't need to suck myself into bed.
You're always my little girl, no matter how old you are, Hazel.
Yeah, whatever, Dad. Anyway, good night then.
Night-night.
Gus, what in the world did you tell Hazel, huh? You spoke to her, didn't you? I know you did. Tell me everything you said to her.
Hey, Katie, what do you want?
Why is Hazel telling me that she no longer wants to live with me, huh? She's telling me she wants to live with you. I'm the one who has full custody of her. Me, not you. So stay out of this.
She's my daughter too, Katie. And if she wants to stay with me, then so be it.
You can't do that, you idiot. That's the whole point of going through the court to make this legal. I have full custody. Full custody. So you can't have her.
You didn't know that in New Mexico, kids over the age of 14 can make their own choice as for which parent to live with.
What the heck? You're lying. There's no such thing.
I even told you during our divorce. Both of our lawyers were there. Don't you remember this?
That was bogus.
She is 15. She can make that decision for herself now, Katie.
But they don't know anything about how often you go off on your business trips or how much of an absent father you'll be. They know nothing. You might have money, Gus, but you can't buy time with it. And you can't buy my daughter with your money.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. My work is actually settling down now. We've set up a separate department and hired more people. Meaning, I can offload some of my work to other people, allowing me to have more time outside of work. I can leave the office at 5 p.m. as usual.
And what about your business trips to other states and all that?
Yep, that's all included too. I've got juniors who will go on these business trips now. And guess what? My sister and her family have decided to move to Texas too. Oh, hang on. I haven't told you yet, have I?
Told me what?
That I've already moved to Texas.
What?
Yeah, and my sister and her family are moving close by too. So, if I need help around the house, taking care of Hazel, they're there for us. Only a phone call away.
Okay, so what?
So, I have the money and the right environment to take care of Hazel myself, over here in Texas.
No, it doesn't. That doesn't say anything. We'll see what the courts have to say about that.
Sure, why not? There's no chance you'll win this one now anyway.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Why don't you tell me first about how you've been spending the money that I've been sending you for Hazel? Where is it going to? Expensive designer handbags? Nice dresses? Holidays? Or is it on that airheaded idiot of a boyfriend of yours?
What? Are you crazy? Are you seriously telling me that I'm wasting your money?
That's exactly what I think you're doing, Katie.
That money is going toward Hazel's school fees, subway fees, lunch money, her clothes, and everything for her. Just stop talking already, Gus. You're embarrassing yourself.
Oh, wow. That's rich of you to say. I'm embarrassing myself now, am I?
Yes, so stop typing back. Just tell me what you want and get on with your day. Go away.
I want to know how you've been spending my money, Katie. It's a simple question.
And I told you, she goes to a private high school, and that's expensive too. It goes towards that.
And is that the truth? You do realize that Hazel and I have been in touch regularly, right? Are you lying to me, straight to my face, knowing that I know the truth already?
What the heck? What would you know? What would she know how much everything costs? She doesn't care. She's just being a teenager, caring about boys and makeup and whatnot.
Then show me the receipts from her school, Katie. I want to see the payment and how much it costs per term.
What? Why would you need that?
To see if you're telling the truth, of course. I also happen to know that Hazel goes to school on her bike. So I know she doesn't take the subway unless she's out with her friends.
Well, that's what I meant.
Then how do you explain the fact that she has 3 part-time jobs, Katie? 3! She shouldn't even have to have 1 part-time job at her age. She should be focusing on her studies and exams and whatnot. Why the hell is she working so much, huh? She says she doesn't have the money when I send you $30,000 every single damn month without delay. Where is my money, huh?
Calm down, Gus. Jeez, just let me explain.
Go on, I'm listening. Go on.
I'm thinking.
Thinking about what? How to lie to my face again?
No, stop it with the block letters. It's scaring me.
Well, damn right you should be scared, Katie. You want to know what the last straw for me was? When I saw her the other day.
You saw her in person?
Yes, well done, genius. That's what I just said. She had lost so much weight. She looked emaciated. When I asked her about it, she said you weren't cooking her anything. You've been starving her. Don't you care about her at all? You have no right to be her mother, Katie. No right.
She's on a diet, for God's sake. She didn't tell you. She fancies this boy in her class, and she just wants to impress him or something. I don't know. You know how girls can be like that at her age, right?
No, Katie, that is nonsense. I spoke to her, and it wasn't like that at all. You're lying straight through your teeth again. And she fancies a boy? Like you're not the one who's been bringing around some dude to stay the night and kicking her out of the house. Seriously, what kind of parenting is this?
Shoot. You know about that? What else did she tell you?
Oh, enough for me to take this to court and sue you, you cow.
Sue me? No, you can't do that, Gus.
Oh, watch me, Katie. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this and watch you burn in hell. Just watch me.
What? So what do you think you're going to do, huh? You can't do anything all the way in Texas, can you?
Hazel won't be going back to live with you anymore. I told her to pack her things and leave already.
What? I just went to her bedroom and she's not there. Her things aren't here. What do you think you're doing?
She's with me now. And she's gonna live with me for however long she wants to. Oh, I'll take it up with the courts, Katie. You wanna fight me for her? I'll fight you back real hard, just you watch me.
What? No! You can't do this to me. What about her school?
The paperwork is done already. She'll be transferring to a good school over here.
No, I need her. I need the money too. The child support.
You work too, don't you? At the diner, was it? That should be enough for you, right? Let your boyfriend take care of the rest.
No, he doesn't have a job.
Oh, well done. You got yourself a sweet deal there, huh?
No, please, Gus, I can explain.
No, I've heard enough. I'm just wasting my time and energy here. You're gonna pay me back every single dime on whatever you wasted my money on. You can get a lawyer and do this with him. I am done and you're screwed, Katie.
No, please, Gus. I don't have that kind of money. That's a lot.
You bet it's a lot, you cow. I was the one working with my blood, sweat, and tears to provide for Hazel. And you spent it. So you don't have to tell me that that's a lot of money. Like I said, get a lawyer. I am done here.
Wait, Gus. Let's talk in person. Gus, please. When are you free? We can talk over the phone if you want. Gus? You can't do this to me, please. Give me my Hazel back to me. I need her. Gus!
I made sure that Hazel was first and foremost in safe hands with me. We planned this when we met up the other day. And we made sure that she moved here with me during her summer break, so none of this would interfere with her studies. She's been enduring the abuse from her mother for too long, so it was about time she moved out of that house and came to me. From now on, she lives with her dad and no one else. Hazel seems pretty happy with the arrangement, so I'm nothing but relieved. The paperwork to transfer the child custody to me is also in the works, and it'll be finalized pretty soon. The only sad thing is that she misses her best friend Linda, but I made sure that she has the money to go and see her whenever she wants. So hopefully that'll make up for it. All I'm concerned about is whether my ex-wife will try to reach out to either of us to get Hazel back into her den. But you know that I'm not gonna let that happen, right? I'm her father, and I'm gonna make sure she's safe for as long as I live. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please like it and see you in the next one.
Hey, honey, are you home? No matter how many times I re-enter the passcode for our front gate, it's not working. Why is it like this? Does it need to be repaired or something?
I'm not entirely sure. Maybe.
Okay, when are you leaving work to go home? I'll try to catch the train at around the same time so I can meet you there.
Oh, don't worry about that. You don't have to. I already left work earlier and I'm at home now. I also just ate dinner.
Well, if you have been at home this entire time, you would have heard me key in the passcode. Why didn't you open the gate? Plus, the passcode isn't working. How in the world did you get in the gate?
I really can't tell if you're just playing dumb or what. But I obviously changed the passcode after I got in. Duh. Are you really that slow that you couldn't even add those up? I'm not even joking right now. If you couldn't even guess 2 and 2 together, you must have some serious brain damage or something.
Are you trying to be funny right now? Why are you doing this? I'm not a kid, you know. Are you trying to stop me from going in our house or what? What did I do to deserve this? Did I do something wrong to offend or upset you?
Something wrong? You can only say something like that if it's something small, you know? And stop trying to act like you're the victim here. You didn't just do something wrong that upset you. You committed something so bad that it could be considered a crime.
What? What did I do?
We have been married for 6 years now, yet you still can't get pregnant? That in itself should be a crime. I mean, the fact that you don't even know that that is almost no different than a crime is a crime itself. I mean, are you that empty-minded? I am really just astounded by how stupid you are sometimes.
I know I have been having a hard time conceiving, and I feel really sorry about that. But is this just my fault? I don't think I am the only one to blame here. I am also trying to keep myself healthy and doing my best to be in the best condition of getting pregnant. Plus, the hospital said there is nothing wrong with me, so I don't really know what else I could do about this situation.
They tell you that there is nothing wrong with you, but then you still can't get pregnant? That is what is wrong with you, not being able to get pregnant. We both know the problem is you. I mean, you even dragged me to the hospital and made me do that embarrassing sterile or fertility test or whatever that was. And now I have to carry the shame of being your husband because you made me take that test, and now you're putting the blame on me?
Why are you so embarrassed about going to the hospital to get that exam? I mean, if your teeth hurts, you'll go to the clinic or hospital, right? How is that any different with going to the hospital for any other reason? Why can't you just think more positively and keep on holding on to faith that as long as we try our best to get pregnant, that we will get pregnant eventually? Could you do that for me, please?
Stop lying to yourself, Elle. You really just love to make others feel bad about themselves. And please, don't compare yourself to me. You are infertile, and you're the one who can't bear a child, so don't dare say it's not just your fault. I feel like at this point, the fertility gods are doing me a favor. I mean, you're just an orphan who grew up with no parents or family. They probably don't want my kids to grow up in a womb of someone like that. That's why the gods gifted me with another woman who is better than you and can actually bear my child. Speaking of, I ate dinner with that woman at my house, and we're watching TV as I speak on my couch, having a great evening. She is the woman who I truly love, and she is now carrying my baby in her stomach. Don't you think that this is what an ideal family looks like? I mean, you agree that it should have been like this with you too, right? Now, I don't really need you in my life anymore, so don't worry about coming home. I'll pack up all of your stuff by tomorrow, and I'll leave them all in the front gate. You can pick them up then. Oh, and most importantly, I'm going to the court as soon as I can to file for our divorce. Just keep that in mind and be ready for that.
Wow, I can't believe you just said all that to me. You were the one who approached me and convinced me to be with you because you promised me, someone who grew up as an orphan with no parents or family, that you will become my family and that you will always stick by my side. I even told you that I have a really deep fear of abandonment because of my childhood, and you promised that you would hold my hand throughout the hard times. Did you forget that already? When I told you that it would be hard to date someone like me who has a really bad childhood trauma, you said you would deal with it. And I told you that I may not have the capability to raise a child. You reassured me and even got angry when I said no to you. And do you remember what you told me? I still vividly remember. You told me to just believe in you and that you will make sure that I can follow your lead. How could you say all those promises and now do this to me? I am so hurt by this, Nick. We were walking alongside the shore while the sun was setting and I was holding your hands. You told me that you would never let me go, remember that? There was also a time when we were enjoying the autumn foliage at the foot of the mountain and you swore to me that you would love me forever. Has that left your memory already? Those very sweet words and promises you told me, all the romantic gestures that you showed me, they're all still so fresh in my mind and I still sincerely cherish those. But to you, those were just false hope and lies you tell women so you can trick them into being with you, huh?
Well, what can I do, Elle? If the gods didn't create the idea of humans changing their minds, then there would be no such thing as betrayal, would there? But that is not the case. People can change their minds, and me going through this change of heart is not just my fault. When water that runs down the waterfalls along the creases of the mountains run out, is that the mountain's fault that there is a drought? And when there are suddenly dark clouds coming in with heavy lightning and thunders and rain suddenly starts to pour, is that the cloud's fault? These kinds of things are natural. Why do you have to blame things that happen naturally? All you can do is accept that things change because that is the laws of nature.
Quit blabbering trash and nonsense, Nick. You sound like a clown. Just be honest and say that you cheated on me and apologize for the hurt you caused me. You sound so stupid saying stuff about mountains and clouds, trying to sound smart. But you really just sound like a scammer or something.
Oh, okay, fine. I'm sorry. There, happy? But I found another woman who I have feelings for, and that woman is carrying my child in her stomach. What do you want me to do? As a man, no matter what happens, don't you think that the coolest thing that I can do is to be courageous and responsible for my decisions? Plus, you're such a plain girl, while the other woman is like a fine wine. She is like a magical woman who is very elegant, wonderful, and to die for. She makes me feel drunk when I'm around her. But don't hate me. Everything that is happening is natural. I mean, any man would do the exact same thing as me and choose to do what I did. There's no way that I'm going to decline this blessing of a lifetime where I get to live with the love of my life. Like, is it really wrong for me to just want to keep the person that I love? I have to keep that person by my side, especially once I met the woman who I know will give me happiness.
Okay, fine. So my husband finds another woman who he says he loves and wants to keep her and get rid of his current wife. What kind of disgusting situation is this? And you want me to deal with all this? It's just so shocking and unbelievable that you would do this to me. I mean, just what kind of woman is she that she successfully seduced a married man and get him to cheat on his wife? Plus, you two aren't even embarrassed about it? You brought her inside the house in broad daylight with no shame? Wow.
What is there to be ashamed of? She is an amazing woman. Oh, and by the way, the woman I have been talking about all this time is your best friend of 12 years, Liz. All I did with Liz at first was to use her as my punching bag for when I needed someone to listen to my rants. That was about it. But I guess that she felt that I was similar to you as her best friend too, so she really listened to me a lot and empathized a lot with me. And because she couldn't really distinguish her best friend from her best friend's husband and just emotionally connected with me, now she too also ended up betraying you. Also, I'm telling you this as someone who loved you before, so take this as a warning because I still care about you. In the future, no matter how lonely or empty you feel in life, don't just trust anybody who shows up for you.
You are quite literally the worst person I have ever met. But anyway, do me a favor and tell my so-called best friend who is now with an ugly beast like you this one thing. Tell her that I will be watching you guys try to live a happy life while I am here suffering and crying blood because of what you two did to me.
It's just such a stupid threat by those who have lost in life to be saying that they will see if others can live a happy life just because they feel betrayed, as if you're waiting for karma to do its thing. But the more you hold that grudge in your heart, the more pitiful you are. And just because you've been given a very cursed life and you've had a bad set of cards that you've had to work with in life, doesn't mean that you can just wish bad things on others. That woman that you're trying to curse at is the woman who is carrying my child, so it is really evil of you to be cursing her. The baby that is in her stomach now is a blessing from the heavens, and my mom is super excited to meet her grandkid. Just because your life is a mess doesn't give you the right to hinder other people from happiness. You got that?
Your mother is excited? I really don't care about your child with that wretched, trashy woman, so stop blabbing about that girl with your nasty and ugly mouth.
What did you just say? Have you lost your mind? How dare you say that kind of stuff about the woman who is pregnant with my child? People always say that a person's true colors come out whenever they are knee-deep in life's adversities, and you are really a prime example of that. Your true colors are really shining because of this situation. That is probably why you were abandoned by your parents as soon as you were born. I mean, after seeing your face. What kind of a parent wants to raise a child like you? I mean, no matter how many times you prayed, you still couldn't bear a child. Not only that, it's not just your family that abandoned you, even your best friend and husband left you. Because of your evil personality, even the gods looked the other way and gave up on you.
You are just a delusional lunatic, aren't you? Literally anything that comes out of your mouth is garbage and pointless. When you open that nasty mouth of yours, it's like all the world's trash just starts to come out from it. Even a garbage truck is way cleaner than what's inside your heart. I regret giving birth to you and raising you thinking that you would be a decent person, but I guess my hard work as a mother has gone to waste. I seriously gave you everything that you ever needed when you were younger, and I tried my best to raise you as best as I could. But you turn out into just the worst person ever is my fault. I should have raised you better. I am so mad at myself for seeing how you turned out. Just what did I do wrong as your mother that you have become into this person who is worse than a rat scavenging for food in the garbage truck? Seriously, this is all on me. How could you do this brutal and painful thing to my dear daughter-in-law, who is the kindest person anybody could ever meet? How could you do this much damage to a person who did nothing but good, and to someone who you know has a lot of scars because of her childhood? Did I teach you to do that? Is that what you learned from me growing up? Did I ever tell you to pour salt on an open wound, especially when that wound is on someone else? Is that what I taught you to do? Starting today, I am disowning you as my son. Don't you dare think that you are my son from now on.
Huh? Mom? How long have you been reading my conversation? Why are you suddenly butting in my conversation with Elle? I'm trying to have some closure with Elle here, but then here you are trying to be in between all of this? Why are you doing this? Stay out of our business. Mom, you have no right to be joining in a couple's discussion about how their relationship should be. You are in no position to be telling us to do this or that. She feels desperate and now she's whining to you, making me look bad. I mean, can't you see how cunning she is? She tries to tell on me to you when she knows you're my mother, and she wants you to be on her side. I mean, look at her. She is totally trying to use you against me. Even my dear mom, who is like an angel, must be really getting old to not notice these kinds of things. Someone like her who has no solid social circle ever since she was a child is always so suspicious of anything, and we all have to deal with the trauma that we didn't cause. I mean, Mom, she's not even your biological child. Why are you taking her side? She must have really made me into this evil person, huh? So, Mom, please don't fall for her false pretenses and take her side. You can't do that to me. You know they say that blood is thicker than water. Remember that. I am your son, and she is just some stranger. Plus, I'm expecting a baby soon. I'm giving you something that you've been wanting. You will have a grandkid soon. Stop trying to listen to that girl who can't even bear a child, and just tell her to go back to where she came from. You have a new daughter-in-law now who is way prettier and nicer, and she's carrying your grandkid in her belly. I know that's really going to make you super happy because you've been wanting a grandkid for the longest time. Aren't you excited for this good news? Please don't pity that girl and think that I hurt her as much as she's describing. I am simply giving you what you want, Mom. I know all of this looks so confusing and super against me, but I promise you that I'm doing this for everyone's good. I am doing this for everyone's happiness.
What? How do you not see what you did wrong here, Nick? I can't believe I gave birth to someone so narcissistic as you. And what did you say? Someone who has no social circle? What do you know about Ellie's social circle before meeting you? Just because she didn't grow up with her real parents in a family does not mean they couldn't make relationships with other people. The gods always bless everyone with special people around them, and I am sure Ellie has been blessed with those kinds of people too. I'm sure Ellie's parents are always thinking of their child who they had to give away because of whatever circumstance they had to deal with. I am sure that they are longing to know about their child. For them to have to give up their daughter must have been such a painful experience, but it's probably because they were facing a really difficult adversity at the time. All parents in this world value their child in a very special way, as if they're a rare jewels. Always remember that. So you can't just treat someone else's daughter like how you have been treating Ellie, or else karma will get you big time.
Yeah, okay, Mom, I get it. But why are you totally on Elle's side right now, and she's not even your real daughter? I'm your rare jewel. It just sounds like you're trying to butt in our problem here. Mom, I am your child. Your real biological child, Mom, not Elle. I know you're getting old, but I think you can still tell the difference between me and Elle, and why you should be backing me up here.
No, Ellie is also my daughter. Ever since she came to our house to say hi to me for the very first time was also the beginning of me treating her like she is my real child. She has been my daughter since. She was just so kind, respectful, and innocent, yet behind her eyes was this sadness that she could barely hide. I could tell she wanted to get closer to me, but she didn't know how to approach me, so seeing her really do her best was so touching to me. Hearing her life story, I reached out my hand without saying that I could be her mother, and that she shouldn't hesitate to ask me for help if she needed it. And when she opened up to me more, and called me Mom for the very first time, I felt as if I just gave birth to my own daughter. And there was this warmth that I felt just by connecting with her in that way. I never thought of her as just my daughter-in-law, but I truly saw her as my real daughter. I want to give her as much as I can. And I want to give her the love that she didn't get. I mean, every time I think of Ellie, my heart really stings a little bit because she did not deserve any of this. And then here you are, stabbing her heart with pain that cannot be healed. How could you do this to her? Not only did you cheat on her, you cheated with her friend. And you got her friend pregnant? Do you think that is something any sane person would do? Huh? You two have no hearts.
Mom, what are you? Why are you talking like that? Just because they grew up with nothing doesn't mean that you have to love them. That is not your responsibility. Why do you praise Elle so much when she's just this infertile woman who can barely get pregnant and give me a child? Why are you so adamant on staying on her side? I am telling you this again, Mom. I am your son. Your real son. And Liz is the woman who is carrying your grandkid. Keep that in mind.
Infertile? You know that just because a person is infertile does not mean they cannot give birth, right? You are my only son that I gave birth to after 7 years of marriage. I just couldn't get pregnant, and I really tried my best and did everything in my power to bear a child. Your grandmother, in your dad's side, used that against me and really tried to hurt me just because it took me so long to get pregnant. And I still cannot forget the pain and suffering I had to go through because of that, even though 37 years has passed. Those were really the dark times in my life. That is why I am so protective of Ellie. I do not ever want her to feel the pain that I went through because it was almost unbearable. And I seriously do not care about your kid with that mistress of yours. I have no interest in that or her. So whether you two keep it or not is none of my business. I have no respect for a woman who would get with the man who she knows is her best friend's husband. I will never acknowledge her as my daughter-in-law, ever! And lastly, you are not my son anymore. From now on, I am cutting ties with you. Don't even bother begging me. Just take that nasty woman with you and leave my house.
But Mom, how can you do this to your own son? Why should I, your biological son, leave your house? Why? Why me?
After I gave birth to you, your dad would just leave the house and meet other girls, left and right. I cried every time I saw that happen, and it felt like my heart was crying blood. It was that painful. But then now, you're acting exactly like your own dad. I am just in despair seeing you turn out like this. So please don't ever call me Mom ever again. I don't want a son like you. I am going to adopt Ellie as my real child, and I will go through all the legal hoops to make that happen. I will also be giving that house to Ellie.
Are you seriously going to adopt your daughter-in-law as your real daughter? Mom, do you have some sort of dementia or brain issues or what?
Nope, my brain is functioning as normal as it could be. But when I was suffering from uterine cancer, another time of my life where it felt like I was going to die, Ellie was the only person who stayed by my side and consoled me and helped me the entire time. Ellie and no one else cared for me. She basically became my hands and legs when I could barely move to save my life. I will never forget her loving and caring heart, and she was not afraid to share with me. She has always looked up to me as her real mom, and I want to be a real mother to someone like her. She just has the heart of an angel. And as for you, I don't ever want to see your face ever again. If you really want to grant my wish, stay out of my sight. After that conversation, I completely cut off all ties with my son, and I adopted Ellie as my legal daughter and did all the paperwork to make it official. There are many people who have been asking why I went through the trouble of legally adopting Ellie, who is already an adult, and so many people around me asked what my intention in doing that is. Having only one son my entire life, I always thought of Ellie as my real daughter, ever since she married my son and became my daughter-in-law. I did not want her to just stay as my daughter-in-law after my own son betrayed her. During the past 6 years that I have known Ellie, we both went through very difficult times in our lives, and she has always been there for me through it all. She was such a big help and comfort to me. So now, it is my turn to return her the favor, and I really want to become a dependable and trustworthy mother figure for her. I never realized that I could love someone more than I love my real child. And I just want to share with everyone that is completely possible. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.